Hi, friends. Before we start, remember that if you wish to book a coaching session to shift your consciousness today, you can do so by applying in the link in the description. And if you wish to have a clarity call to see if there's potential for us to work together or for you to receive the benefits of being in my presence, you can do so too in the link in the description. So, today we're going to talk about energy leakages and the importance of closing and opening containers. We are such powerful beings. The power that anybody has to create and manifest their heart's desires. Think about the most successful person in the world. That person is you. In the bigger scale of things, all is one, self-realization teachings. We all come from the same infinite source. So the potential that I have to create my dream life and be here living at the beachfront and traveling the world and working in living my calling, and that's there for you too. If I can do it, you can do it. If the most successful person in the world can do it, you can do it too. And what's the difference? Focus, intention, attention, and being really intentional with your energy. Every time you say hi to someone, even in the streets or in WhatsApp or Instagram, the person responding to that is agreeing to an energy exchange. I don't respond to DMs or things that are wasting my time unless I know it's really intentional and there's potential for some exchange to happen. If the person's fully ready, asking a relevant question, then I respond. But everything else is somebody just like creeping onto you, trying to leak some energy from you. So you got to be wise and intentional. What is your intention when you reach out to someone? And think about how you do this too sometimes. When you're calling in, let's put an example. You open a business that you're going to sell, or you're going to sell, something cool. These bikes, motorbikes. Here in Banao, we have a bunch of those. There's a motorbike, and you specifically want a demographic, let's say, people from 25 to 35 years old that are willing to pay $3,000 to get these motorbikes. So you're really intentional and you focus all of your energy in calling in these people that are going to be a perfect match for the offering that you're putting out there. And when you're in that focus, you don't respond to anything that is not aligned with that. Another example in friendship, you're calling in beautiful friendships that want to talk about consciousness and manifestation and want to travel together and appreciate you for who you are. If somebody texts you or reaches out to you, not matching the frequency of what you know you're worth and you deserve, you don't respond to that. If you're in a conversation and you feel like the energy is just slow down, even in person, thank you so much. I enjoy these moments and meeting with you. And now I feel like I want to be by myself. So you end the conversation. You don't leave energy leaking there. Every time you say hi to someone, make sure that when you say goodbye, intentionally you close the loop. In my 15-minute clarity calls, I give all of myself and then I close the container. I call all my energy back to me. I don't leave any leakages because then it would be draining. And you have to place your energy in the spaces that are going to match the vibration you're putting out. So see where in your life do you have open containers that are draining you? Are you keeping friendships or business relationships or partnerships that are not in your same frequency? Let them go. If they don't match where you're at, they're not supporting your growth process. And you're not supporting theirs to just like lower your vibration just to meet them here. The more you rise, the more you're setting a high standard for people to meet you where you're at. So don't even respond to that. That's a waste of your time, a waste of your energy. Your energy is your currency. A minute of your time, it's $1,000. It's an example. Every time you're paying attention to something, you're buying that experience. So be really intentional. When you move houses, you open the space. Oh, I'm moving to my new apartment. Beautiful. Let's say you travel a lot. You travel to Airbnbs. You open the space. You stay in the Airbnb. When you leave, you thank the place secretly. Thank you so much for blessing me, for giving me the space to rest, for my body to rest. And now I'm going to leave. And you close the container of the Airbnb. Because if not, you're going to think about your mind and your heart being this epic computer. We have 1,000 tabs open. That's too much energy for you to be draining everywhere. But if you open a tab, you're grateful, you give it your all. And if it's not aligned anymore, you close it with honor, not like lashing out, not like being dramatic or like, get away from me. No, no, because what you resist persists, but with honor. Thank you so much for teaching me something. You're no longer needed in my reality. Every time there's a relationship that no longer serves me, I need to serve myself first to be of service to others. So if this is no longer serving me, I'm like, thank you so much. We serve each other when it was aligned. It doesn't work anymore. Goodbye. With unconditional love. Unconditional love is not passive, it's assertive. It knows its value, it knows its worth. Okay. And the second point, enjoying the empty space. When you start using this practice of opening containers and closing them wisely, there's going to be a period where you can get scared because let's say you realize that all your friendships and your business connections are not in your same level. Okay, you close all of those containers. Now it's empty. There can be like a day, a week, or a month. There's no business connections, there's no friendships, there's nothing, and you're like by yourself. Don't freak out. When that happens, you gotta stay in the emptiness. I rather sit alone until I get invited to the right table. Listen to that again. You should feel better sitting by yourself until you get invited to the right table. If you know that you're gonna get an offer, that somebody's gonna fly you to Egypt and is gonna pay you $50,000 to go sit in a table with them and pick your brain, and you have to be for a month by yourself, just keep nurturing the space to receive that invitation, or you're gonna sit in a table with babies. A baby table where they're not paying you for your time, they're not appreciating your presence, they're not being grateful that you're there. I mean, you can love the babies, but I'm pretty sure you could serve the babies more from Egypt, getting highly paid for your presence and being appreciated and creating those connections. So that's the example of the empty space in between sitting with the babies. Let's say the babies is your current job, your current relationships, your current partnerships, your current salary. You have to leave the babies behind. And in the empty space, you can relax. Oh, it's okay. I know I'm going to get the right invitation if I stay consistent in my frequency of my worthiness. Because if you sit with the babies, you're going to tell the universe that that's your worth. But if you rather sit alone, you're sending a message to your universe that you know your value and you're willing to sit alone until you get the right invitation. And then what happens? You get the right invitation. So you close the baby container. You felt at ease. There's no rush. There's no urgency. There's no lag. You know it's going to show up. You relax. And then you get the invitation to go to Egypt and get $50,000 paid for your presence. And then you get, let's use it in an example of a romantic relationship. You leave your current relationship, you're alone for a month. It can be a day, it can be a minute. I have closed containers, and the moment the person leaves, I get like 10 offerings right away because I do it fast. But it wasn't always like this. These can apply to friendships, relationships, business, monies, anything. I've been literally sitting down and I end up a meeting. And then the moment the person stands up, somebody else sits down. Like, can I sit? I'm like, okay, what's the offering? Because this is how reality works. So let's say that you wait for a month, you're by yourself, you're trying to get into these manifestation practices. Nikki says that it happens right away, but I have to be patient. Okay. You sit, you relax, and then you start crafting. What is the ideal romantic relationship that I want to give my energy to? And every time somebody tests you from the past with what you used to say yes, what you think was like an equal energy exchange, you said no, thank you. And you stay put for the higher offerings. But because you closed the container with love, because you forgave yourself, you accepted yourself, you said goodbye to the babies, and you're like, oh, I'm willing to sit here with the adults. All the symbols, I'm using words to try to express the message. We're all babies, we're all adults, just a symbol. Let's see. And then you get the invitation to go to this epic date with the person that, oh my God, this is my soulmate. I want to marry this person. Why? Because you close a container with honor and then you open up the space. You got comfortable with the open space, and then the perfect synergy reflection of what you were calling in matched you there. Okay, and the third point is birthing the new. So this is part of the opening of the new containers. When you're gonna birth a new reality, for a woman, it happens in the womb. We give birth to babies, we give birth to projects, we give birth to businesses, we give birth to friendships. It's all a birthing process. For men, let's say that you give birth too. It's not from the womb, but you give birth with your testosterone. You give birth with your focus. You give birth with your drive. What do you want to give birth to? And remember, when there's a baby in the womb, it takes 9 months for gestation, for the baby to just like start walking. And then you have to nurture the baby. So I'm using a lot of baby analogies, maybe because there's a lot of babies here in Vietnam. When you're giving birth to something new, you gotta give it the love and care as if it was your own child. Oh, this is my new business. How much are you gonna love it? Oh, these are the new relationships that I want to foster. Oh, how much would you like love the child, give attention to the child, play with the child? These are the new opportunities that I'm willing to receive. When you receive the opportunity, how would you treat just a baby that just get out of the womb with care, with delicacy, with joy, with patience? Treat every of your creations, the things that you're calling in, with the love and tenderness that you would give your own child. Because that's how something grows. That's how something builds. That's how you're telling reality that, oh, I really care about this. For example, in my clarity calls, I don't just say yes to anyone. I see, oh, which relationship, which coaching dynamic will feel like, we're both nurturing this baby. Baby is a third entity that would create between the two. How we're both nurturing this relationship. Do I really want to see this person for 10 weeks? Do I really want to work with this person? Is it going to be nourishing for myself? Remember, it's not about the monies. It's easy to make money. And if you want to learn about that, you can book one of my coaching sessions and we can shift your money beliefs. That's easy. It's about the energy. What's the energy behind the transaction? Is it going to nurture you? Is it going to expand you? Is it going to enhance you? If you already had it all, your ideal calling work, your ideal romantic partnership, your ideal friendships, your ideal living situation, all the money's in the world, what wouldn't matter is the energy that you surround yourself with. So don't wait till you have all of those things to be like, oh my God, I don't enjoy the people I have around. Create and design your lifestyle in balance with every single aspect of your reality and make sure that you only allow in, you open containers and say yes to something that's going to suit your frequency, something that's going to enhance and give vitality to your experience. Saying yes to anything that knocks on your door comes from lack and scarcity. You don't need it. You can have anything. You just got to be really specific and then you can be selective. That's how you tell reality that you love yourself. So, how much do you love yourself? Okay, I'm excited to meet you.